Hey, let's get started. Stand at the top of your mat and breathe in to stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale and fold forward over the legs. Breathe in to come to a nice flat back, folding deeply forward, and inhale to circle the arms up overhead, bringing the palms to touch and hands down through center. Same thing, inhale, send the arms overhead, touching the palms. Exhale and swan dive, fold forward over the legs. Breathing in, we'll come to a nice flat back, tight tummy. Exhale, fold forward, and inhale to circle the arms up, touching the palms. Exhale, hands down through center. Adding on now, breathe in, reach the arms up overhead. Exhaling, swan dive, fold forward, chin to chest. Breathe into a nice flat back. Plant the hands and step back to a plank, dropping the knees. We'll lower all the way down to our belly. Little cobra, lift and open through the chest. Releasing the forehead down, we'll press to the knees and back to a child's pose. Inhale up to all fours, curling our toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 nice deep breaths here. We're tilting our tailbone up to the sky and letting the heels soften back and down towards the mat. Next breath in, step to the top of your mat with a long spine, breathing out to fold forward. Inhale and circle the arms up overhead, palms press, hands down through heart center. Once more, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Long spine, flat back. Step back to plank from the knees, lowering all the way down to the belly. Little cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting, opening through the chest. Release down to the mat, pressing to the knees, child's pose. Inhaling to all fours, curl the toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. So we're looking between the shins with nice soft eyes, working to press the chest in the direction of the thighs. Inhale in, step to the top of the mat with a long spine. Exhale, bow forward. Breathe in and rise all the way up to stand, touching the palms. Exhaling the hands down through center. Breathe in, circle the arms up. Fold forward, maybe a little bit deeper now that we're warming up. Inhale to a flat back. Plant the hands and step back to plank, dropping our knees down. We're going to try some push-ups here, so we'll lower down and then press straight up, squeezing the back of our arms. Inhale, bending. Exhale, straighten the elbows. Let's get one more. And last one. Wonderful. Press the hips back, child's pose. Inhaling to all fours, curl the toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. From there, we'll lift our right leg up nice and high. Exhale, drawing the foot between the hands. We'll twist, so send the right arm up. Really turning our chest towards the right side of our mat. Hips square behind us. We're going to start a little circle with our arm now. So drawing a big circle up to the sky, to the front of your mat, down to the floor, and to the back of the mat. Circling the arm. Maybe you can start to straighten the leg as you reach up and bend the leg as you reach down. Plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So breathe in, lift the left leg high. Exhale to step the left foot between the hands. Right hand stays planted. Reach the left arm up. Few breaths here. Squaring the hips. Energizing up and out through the left fingertips. Nice big reach. And starting our circles down towards the mat, reaching back and up and towards the front. Nice. Start to pump a little bit with the legs. Leg gets straighter as we lift the arm and then bends as we lower the arm. Plant both hands and step back to downward facing dog. From there, we'll drop the knees and send the hips back for a child's pose. From here, we're going to start to set up for some core work. So we'll come down.
15-second hold. So get
Ready? Oh, I'll fix that after. Here we go. 15 seconds. Make sure the hips aren't poking up. Tuck the hips under and lower down. We're so close already. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Lower the knees on down. We're gonna come into a side plank. For this one, we're gonna bend the knees. Draw the knees back in line with the hips. Make sure the elbow is right underneath the shoulder, and then press into the forearm and the knees to lift the hips nice and high. Rather than hips poking out, we're pressing the hips forward and pulling everything up and in. If you feel good, reach that outside arm up nice and high for 3, 2, and 1. I'm just gonna roll on over for the other side so you can see the back view. Knees in line with hips. Hand in line, rather elbow in line with shoulder, squeezing everything up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You got it. There is our compression phase done, and that is gonna get a little longer and a little longer each week as we add on more sets and more length of time. So now we are into core activation, the money time. Let's go for it. We are prepped and ready to go. Lay on down on your back with your knees bent. And a couple times, let's just say about 3 times, we're gonna inhale to let the lower back arch up and away from your mat. Then exhale, pull the core in from the bottom, from the sides, and press the low back down. Inhale, little arch. Exhale, little pull down. One more. Beautiful. Now hold that nice and stable. We're gonna start on the right side. Keep your hands on your hips and just lift the leg up to a tabletop position. So knees stacked right over the hips. We're still pressing the low back down. Tummy's pulled in tight. Inhale, tap the toes. Exhale, use your core strength to pull that leg up to center. We're just gonna aim for about 10 of these. Make sure you're not just tapping the toe down like so. You're lowering the leg and lifting it back up. Fighting that whole time to keep the low back pressed down and keep the hips level and steady. This is the foundation we build. We need to start slow and very, very specific, intentional, because then we can get into the more challenging moves as we progress. Let's get one more good one. You got it. Nice job. Reset. Right foot down. Get your brace. Tummy's in tight. Low back pressing down into the mat. Hover that left leg. Inhale, little tap. Exhale, core strength. Pulls that leg up to center. Now, a lot of people worry about breathing, but the main thing is you're just inhaling when you lower and exhale while you pull up. If it's out the nose or out the mouth, that is totally up to you. Whatever feels more comfortable, whatever allows you to get that better connection. 3 more. 3. Exhale, pull. 2. Last one. Great. Let's keep that left leg up. Bring the right leg up to meet it. Hug the knees in for a moment. So we're going to start off with our prime phase. Standing nice and close to the wall. One hand can come onto the wall. Either one doesn't matter. Soften the knees and work just to pull the abdominals in. From there, all we're going to do is kick our right leg back until we feel a squeeze in that right glute, and then slowly lower the leg back down. We're gonna do about 20 on each side, so let's keep going on that right side. And the main thing we wanna think about in our prime phase is getting all of that activation, that blood flow right into that right side. And we're making sure we're not arching our back. We're pulling the core in nice and tight. Perfect. Let's get 8 more. So exhale to squeeze back. 6. And you might want to get used to giving that booty a little feel as well, so you can really check in and see if it's squeezing. Awesome, last one. Great, same thing, other side. So soften the supporting leg. You can maybe switch hands, abdominals pulling in, getting our kick back and our squeeze, and release. Exhale to kick back. 5, perfect. Again, we're getting about 20 in total. Abdominals in, halfway there. Perfect, last 5. Big squeeze, 5, 4, 3, make sure you're feeling that squeeze, and 1. Perfect job. Next up, we're coming down onto our mat, and we're gonna start off with our clam pose. So let's have the left forearm down, laying on our side. We have our heels lined up with our hips. And rather than sagging into the shoulder, we want to make sure we push nice and strong, almost like we're in a side plank, and our hips are stacked. All we're going to do from there is open that top right knee up so we can feel the squeeze again at that outer side of the right hip, and slowly lower down. So try that a couple times. We're going to do about 20 of these as well. 5, nice. And we're really squeezing the heels together. Making sure the hips aren't rolling open as we go. We're staying square to the front. There's 10, we're halfway. Abdominals again, pulling in to support the spine. Here's our last 5. Big squeeze, knee open. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect job. Switch right on over to the other side. Same setup, so now our right forearm is down, and making sure the elbow is lined up under the armpits. We don't want to have it way out or that'll bother the shoulder. So get that elbow right in there. Everything pointing straight ahead, heels in line with hips, and open now the left side up. And you're thinking about using the muscles right on the outer side to open the knees up. Halfway there, last 10. 9, beautiful. 8. Can we keep those heels squeezing together? Last 5. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Awesome, great job. From there, bring your feet flat onto the floor. Slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Very nice, release, alrighty. Let's go for it. So we're gonna grab our band now, and we're gonna step into it. So separate it so you make a circle. Step your feet into the band, and we're going to have the band just above the knees. So directly above the knees, standing nice and tall. From there, step that left foot back so you end up in a warrior 1 position. Now, you can always slide the band down that right knee a little bit so that it's hooked underneath the knee and stays in place. From this warrior 1 position, all we're gonna do is bend that back knee so you can see the heel lift slightly, and then exhale to press back through that left leg so that it's nice and strong. I think I said right. So we're gonna inhale, bend the left knee, exhale, press it to nice and straight and strong. Try that about 10 or 12 times on this side. Now with the hands, you can have them on the hips. You could have the arms high to the sky. And each time we get that squeeze in the glute, we're pressing the hips forward. So this is all about extending that back leg, glute to super straight and using the resistance of the band to really turn on that back glute. Yes, get one more good one. Big, big squeeze and squeeze. Finding our balance, let's hold. How much can we lunge into that front knee as we press the back leg to super straight? You got it, release, stepping up. Slide the band underneath that left knee and stretch the right leg back. So we're set for our other side, standing nice and tall. Zoop, square to the front. Back knee bends, then back leg straightens, and we get that squeeze every time. So if you're not sure if the glute is turned on, put your hand on there, give it a feel and see if it's squeezing every time you press that back leg to straight. Again, hands could be on the hips. They could stretch high to the sky or be out to the side for balance. So just a little bend, extend and squeeze. Bend, extend and squeeze. Let's try 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. From there, step all the way up. Go ahead and grab it in your hands. Turn to face the side of your mat and step the feet nice and wide apart for a goddess pose. So the toes are turned out. We're bending deeply into the knees, sinking the pelvis low and keeping the chest open. From there, we're gonna slide the band right about at the wrists. So where your watch would go, that's where the band is. Sink nice and low. Great. Couple times, we're gonna lift the arms up overhead, super straight arms, shoulders back and down, and then bring them back to parallel. Keep going with that, lifting and lowering. And the whole time you're pressing out into the band, so don't let the band be slack. Make sure that you're stretching that YogaBURN logo apart. Sinking the hips nice and low, still beautiful. Let's add on, so we're gonna pull the arms back. Again, keep separating the wrists. Extend the arms out and reach the arms up overhead. So down, pull back and squeeze, extend out and lift. Awesome. Feel those shoulders warming up. And remember, we're getting that extension through the arms every time. So you're working from that super long place. Let's get one more. We're gonna keep the arms up overhead, pull the band apart. And as you inhale, lift just a bit higher using the strength of our glutes. As you exhale, sink a little bit lower, pull that band apart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink and lower, pull the band apart. Give me 3 more. Then we're already done with this band. We're gonna boost our metabolism for the last few moments. Here it is, sink low, low, pull that band apart, arms straight, legs low. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Rise up, set that band down. We're just gonna start with what's called an air squat. So, get ready, you're just gonna squat down and lift up. Now remember, these get more challenging as we progress, but we gotta start with the foundation of nice squats. The knees in line over the ankles, squeezing the bum at the top, and you're pushing your pace here. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We got 10 seconds rest before we get into the next one, which is alternating step back lunges. Right here, step back lunge, rise up, other side. Now this is all about pushing the tempo. You're really trying to burn through some energy, get the heart rate up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds rest. We're going into a side shuffle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're just gonna shuffle to the side and tap, move to the other side. Stay nice and low. If coordination is tough, just go with it. With time, it'll get easier. We're already halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Super great job. You absolutely dominated that first workout. So proud of you. Have a great rest of your day.